Hello everyone, I'm Manav Sinha and the action at the 2023 Auto Expo has kicked off from the stall of Maruti Suzuki, and the big unveil that's coming from them is this car right here. This is the Maruti Suzuki EVX concept. Now this marks a big milestone for India's largest automaker because they will be entering the electric vehicle space. Yes, it's finally happening. And I've always said when Maruti Suzuki decides to enter the electric vehicle space, that is when the EV boom that we all keep talking about will really happen. However, at this point, at the 2023 Auto Expo, this is still a concept. So what it is a showcase to show what their car is going to look like once it makes production. And for that, Maruti Suzuki has promised that by 2025, when we come back here at this very floor, this car will have its production form ready. Yes, there's a bit of a time, but as of now, what other things do we know about the car? Well, being a concept, it showcases the design of the car, and if you take a closer look from this angle, we can start off from the back. It has the connected tail lamp design, all are LEDs. It also has a really nice stop-mounted light at the lower end of the bumper, which gives it that pit lane limiter look. But what really stands out is the dimensions of the car. It measures 4.3 meters in length, which makes it a direct rival to the likes of the Hyundai Creta and the Kia Seltos. However, in the EV space, with this, what Maruti Suzuki has put is a 60 kilowatt hour battery under this car, and they are promising a range of 550 kilometers per charge. However, these are all estimated numbers because the car itself is still in a concept stage. But what's interesting is that it will take a couple of years to become production ready, and once that happens, well, one thing can really happen. There is a high probability of that, which is the fact that the technology itself develops in the next 2 years. And once that happens, you can expect the 550 kilometer range claim that they have made right now to go up by that little much by the year 2025. Now, if you take a closer look at the design of the car from the front, the push stance of the EVX really stands out. What's also going on here is the connected light design that we also saw at the back of the car, which means it has a design element that shows that the lights of the vehicle are connected. However, it's got very intricately designed LED elements both at the headlamp, and there's also a small LED insert at the bottom, which is where your conventional fog lamps are expected to be. Other than that, if you look at the side, as I mentioned, the wheels look really nice as they're fully covered. That is meant to aid aerodynamics and have a lower drag coefficient. What's also happening is that the car is very smooth from whichever angle you look at it from. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is that imagine there's air going over the car, and once that happens, there are no obstructions in its way. So in order to minimize those obstructions, you've got things like the very slim outside rear view mirror, which in this case, because it's so slim, you can expect it to be a camera. So whatever is going on inside will be captured by a camera and will be displayed on the dash around the driver for their use. What you can also see are the flush door handles, which do not pop out. You can expect them to pop out once the driver or the passenger reaches the car. In order to open the door, they'll come out and they'll become conventional door handles. But in general state, they are completely covered, and that is meant to show a smooth side profile. On the sides, what you'll also see is this brushed silver design element at the bottom, which also comes with a light insert. So there's a lot of light element going on around the car. However, we do not see any sunroof, and that might be a bad indication for those who love their sunroofs in India. But again, there's a bit of time before the car becomes production ready. We expect, given the demand that sunroof has these days, this car will also come with a sunroof. At the front, the big highlight, of course, has to be the fact that there is no grille, because this is an electric car, so it doesn't need that grille to let air come in and cool the engine, because, well, it doesn't have an engine, it has a motor. So what you get instead is a big Suzuki logo in the middle with lighting around it to draw your attention to it. All in all, it looks like a fairly sized vehicle. What will be interesting to see is when the production model of this car becomes ready, just how many of these design elements are carried over to the production ready form. All in all, it's a very sporty design language if we take a closer look at it. What I really like are the wheels that stand out because those are the aerodynamic wheels. They're covered completely so that the car has less drag coefficient, which will help it in having a longer range on offer. Now, this is a 5-door setup that we have on display here. Of course, we can't see much what's on the inside. I don't think we can even open the car at this stage. But all in all, it gives a good glimpse of what Maruti Suzuki will be coming up with in the next 2 years. As of now, that's the Maruti Suzuki EVX concept. It's got a lot of interesting things going for it. But what's even more interesting is what more will we find at the Auto Expo 2023. Well, the action has just begun. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like this video and share it with your friends and show them what Maruti Suzuki will be coming up in the next 2 years. I'm Manav Sinha. I'm signing off, but stay tuned to our channel for more updates from Auto Expo 2023.